Hey everyone, this podcast is sponsored by In-House Media. In-House Media is currently offering premier services for all of their clients. From web development to LLCs and trademarks to radio advertisements and even producing fresh new podcasts and more. The difference between In-House Media and the other local web development competitors is with In-House Media, you actually own all the media that's developed for you. Don't get your head caught in the corporate cluster and work with someone local right here in Genesee County, a family-owned business who gives you the opportunity to own all of your trademarks, websites, and more. Visit them online now at inhousemediaofficial.com and use the promo code Burton Beat to receive 25% off your first service with In-House Media.
This is Coco Americano, and we are Kayfabe, the Ppls Band, and you are listening to the Burton Beat, baby.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you for joining the Burton Beat. We have Kayfabe, the Ppls Band, on the podcast with us today. Before we get everything started, I do want to give a big shout out to David Anderson here at Castle Monroe for letting us come here and set up and do our podcast, and also Rusty for doing the sound. Appreciate him completely. But honestly, the big round of applause for Douglas Schmelter with No Fun Allowed. He has been working his ass off, and we appreciate him.
The reason for the season.
Exactly. Right over there, he don't know what to do with the positivity, so he don't get a lot of it. So he don't know how to handle it. It's okay. We love you, Doug. Now he's going to hide. All right. I am Jeff Evans. I'm your host. I've got Travis over here, my co-host, and on a new addition from being behind the camera, we have Colin.
How's it going?
I'm not going to say his last name. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Now, Kayfabe, the Ppls Band. Can we? I want to. Let's just start this way. If you can tell us who you are
And what you do.
and what you do.
Oh, hi. My name is Darling Roger, and I play guitar for Kayfabe, the Ppls Band. I also play for Band Monroe and the Darlings. And I'm also a professional wrestler, trained at PPW, and wrestled at a handful in Michigan and a couple out of state there.
Right on. Now, who we got here?
Tim Mitchell, I'm Timbo Slice,
Slice.
known in Kayfabe. I'm the drummer.
Okay.
Allow me to introduce myself to all you people in internet land. Hold up, wait a minute. Time to put some cocoa in it. See where that is, baby. I am the founder and leader of Kayfabe, the Ppls Band. I am the ace that plays the bass, baby, and I will make you move and groove. Thank you for having us, good brother Jeff and company. This is a phenomenal time. Already just a few minutes in it, and we already enjoying ourselves. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I am the lead singer of Kayfabe, the Ppls Band, and Khaleesi of Kayfabe, the sensational Sweet Denny. And I am privileged to be here. Thank you.
All right.
Dr. D on keys with the Kayfabe Ppls Band, and glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. All right. So now, first off, all right. Now, Khaleesi. Now, you a big Game of Thrones fan? Then I'm guessing.
Yes, I'm very interested in that and in fantasy. I am a lover of all things nonfiction.
All right.
So
I like that, and I am jealous as hell as your get up, because honestly, I love the spikes, I love the sparkle, I love the pizzazz.
yes,
I love all of that.
yes, I'm an official mommy. I joined the mommy club. Yes, because I look, I aspire to be more like mommy.
Okay.
She's the greatest. She's my favorite.
That's Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley, yes.
Oh, okay.
You know her.
I can't call her.
You don't know wrestling. He doesn't know wrestling, but he knows
I know
her.
who Rhea Ripley is.
For some reason.
I love. No.
Just like you
she's
have
beautiful
to,
as hell.
just like you have to call me Khaleesi. You have to call her mommy. That's her title. That is her title. Royalty has titles.
And speaking of which, I sent you the details, brother Jeff. Where is her royal chalice?
Well,
She's supposed to have a whole rollout to have her drinks in, and she was subjected to bottle water.
There was a problem with FedEx. See, here the thing is
No.
This is what happens
This is
when you let
unacceptable.
sapioids run the show.
Yes.
Shout out to Brother Jack Kelly. Thank you for being the plug, introducing us to Brother Jeff. But you need to remind him that she is royalty. She demands a golden throne and a royal chalice. I mean, it's okay though.
And where is the red carpet? There was no red carpet.
Where?
Where?
right there.
No. That's unacceptable.
You're making us look like a fool in front of royalty, Jeff.
But we gonna forgive it this time. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
remember the last time you saw Jack Kelly at Retro Slam?
yeah, we do. Yeah.
I think it kind of ended poorly for him.
No, I actually have something from Jack Kelly.
Oh, do you?
Yes. Why the hell did you crack Jack Kelly over the head with a guitar when it was none of your damn business? You sapioid. That's a very sapioid thing to do.
I'm sorry.
That's what it says.
I ride with a little team called the Midwest Misfits.
Oh.
And they were in that title match, and Jack Kelly was going to steal it from him. So I came out and I tuned up a nice little guitar, and I cracked him over the head. And
So you tuned it up before you cracked?
I did, and what the crazy thing was is afterwards I strummed a chord, still in tune. Phenomenal guitar, even with Jack Kelly's blood all over it, and the back was cracked.
Well, it's working.
It was, and I actually sold it to another podcaster. His name's Brad. He came and offered me a bit of cash for it, and I was like,
If anything, that's a testament to the brain power of Jack Kelly. The fact that an instrument graced his dome and was still able to play perfectly in tune, legendary stuff.
Now, I have a relationship with you that I didn't find out. Okay, all right. Let's slow it back a bit.
We'll edit that out. We want everybody to look smart.
I used to host karaoke, and you came in and sang for me. Sang for me a couple of times.
just for you.
Do you know my favorite? You know my favorite song? I probably sing every time. Tequila.
Because
you can just stand there and talk to women. Most of the time, I'll be talking to ladies, and then you'll be in a conversation like, "Hold on, ma'am." Tequila, and then you just go back to
not gonna lie.
Take it if you want.
As a karaoke host, there were many times I wish I knew wrestling and knew I wasn't going to get hurt to just choke slam me or do whatever the hell that they do in wrestling. And a little thing too with wrestling, I don't know a lot about wrestling. The little bit I know is back in, I'd say, I probably my knowledge ended roughly around Eddie Guerrero's death, but it was the afterburn on Saturday morning because I was poor and didn't have the ability to watch wrestling, so I had the afterburn on Saturday morning. Then they cut that. Then I had
man, sorry to hear that, Brother Jeff. Everybody deserves to watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
It is a privilege and
everybody deserves it.
It's a great time to get into it. You got WWE doing great stuff, AEW doing great stuff, independents, live shows everywhere. You know, Jack Kelly and TPW.
Right now.
We're missing 2 shows.
Yeah.
I think there were some other things that I had to not go to.
Well, I'm thank you very much for coming in here.
This is a great opportunity. This is a great setup, and it's a lot of fun. So we're glad to be here.
Speaking of great times in wrestling, as quoted by you guys, that you guys started your band in the suckitude of wrestling, which was 2019 to 2020.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you brought that up. So let me get a little more of a backstory, okay? About a year before, one day we was at church, because we're church going folks. So we were at church, we were playing in praise and worship, and it was a wonderful time. And so as I was walking towards the restroom, there was something my pastor said, and I still don't know what he said to this day. But Brother Jeff, whatever he said, it hit my mind like lightning. I said, wait a minute. Let me put my 2 loves together. Let me put that wrestling and that music and make something amazing. And so from that point on, I started talking to people, getting it together, founded it. In February 2019, we had our first rehearsal, and then things had to kind of hit us slow because we had to do some readjustments, Brother Timbo Slice was one of our first people, that we got to play with us. He was one of our first original members. And so, anyway, then 2020 hit. And then COVID, slowed everybody down and everything. But by 2021, on a black man's birthday party, we had a birthday bash in my backyard. And we said, hey, let's just do it. Let's just figure this out. And the rest was history, brother.
Is that
History.
Is that the one that you guys have on YouTube?
Yes, sir, in the backyard.
Yes, that
Yes.
is. I was mostly excited to have you guys on because we've had a lot of metal, we've had a lot of rock and roll, we've had a lot of that. Me personally, I'm an R&B, blues, Motown guy. I'm boring the hell out of you. I'm sorry.
No.
But I heard you guys playing some Jimmy. I got to hear you play some Prince. Heard you some Queen. 3 of those. I mean, those 3 right there. The only thing better is if you played some Sam Cooke for me, I would have been through the middle. So,
you know what? That's something we're going to have to figure out one of these days just for you, Brother Jeff.
Appreciate
You know, we won't be able to do that today. But
yeah.
But of course, you know, we're going to work on something like that in the future. And, man, she said next time have that challenge. And she's really bugged by it. Just let you know.
I'm glad she
You
brought it
must
up.
have that
I was going to
little
mention it
chalice.
off screen.
Yeah,
Red carpet, chalice,
Yes, you know.
5-star treatment.
So at any rate, you know, we from not getting too ahead of myself, we love doing a variety of music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We do R&B, rock, blues, you know, gospel. Hey, we'll do polka music if we got to. You know what I'm saying?
I have been saying for the longest time that we need a polka band.
I mean,
I have been saying it.
if I can find somebody that can play the accordion, hey, we may get something going. You know what I mean?
I mean, anybody can play the accordion, but can you play the accordion well?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he already plays the keys, so he's halfway there.
He's halfway there.
I can play half.
He doesn't want to push it too much.
There you go. There you go. And so, just to kind of finish up this little angle here, you know, our specialty though is covering them pro wrestling things. Because you know, ain't nobody doing that out here. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't doing it like us. Let me just say that right in the blunt and in front. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody kick it out like we do. We can give you some real American. We can give you some Stone Cold Steve Austin. We can give you some NWO. We can give you a little bit of everything in between. Yes, sir. And we got more coming in, you know, coming out of the tank. You know what I mean? Because we want the fans, we want the audience, we want the wrestling world to know that you deserve to hear some live wrestling music in Technicolor in your face. Because that's what we're all about. We're about entertaining the crowds and making them happy, you know, along with the great wrestling that's out there. You know what I'm saying?
I want to backtrack just a little bit. I don't want to, you know, lose steam on that because I
cool.
see you were going. I appreciate that.
Cut a mean-ass promo.
I know.
Thank you. Hey.
But for our listeners who do not know wrestling, okay, because I want to give you guys, you know, I want them to have all the information about you guys completely. It's Kayfabe, and I didn't know. I knew about the second half of your guys' name, but I didn't know what Kayfabe was. And I actually I said, "Hey, what's this Kayfabe? What's that about?" and he's like, "Why?"
It's Kayfabe.
No, Kayfabe. Yeah.
That's a real good one. I'm glad you asked that, good brother Jeff, because see, that term, let me just say, the way I came up with, I didn't really come up with the name. See, I was deciding, okay, what should we call this group? I was talking to friends and people, so I decided some years back to go to social media. I started up a poll, and I had all these different names. You know, I was preferring for Armbar. You know, if you're a Chris Jericho fan, you know, you know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Canadian
Kayfabe
armbar
became the popular name, you know, so I said, all right, we're going to go with Kayfabe, but then I added, because the people gave us the name, we are Kayfabe, the Ppls Band. You know what I'm saying?
Let me explain what Kayfabe is.
Can you spell Kayfabe?
That's Kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Kayfabe. Yo, let's not put him on the spot. Let's not do him too hard. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, if as a wrestling fan, many people know this, but the term kayfabe is more like a wrestling term, but it's kind of like pig Latin. If I can recall listening to brother Jim Cornette, one of the greatest wrestling managers ever, the greatest mind. He knows his wrestling history from front to back. But essentially, kayfabe is kind of like pig Latin. It means to be fake, and it derives from the carnival circus era. You know, in the early like 1900s here in America, you know how you had the bearded lady and the man eating chicken, and
right.
You know the skinniest person and all that. So the professional wrestling business picked up the elements, you know, from that, and so that's why with wrestling, people will go, is it real? Is it fake? You know, is he really a bad guy? Is she a really a good person? You know, so with that being said, and because of the way professional wrestling has seeped into pop culture and even with music, that I, decided, and we decided, you know what, let's put that together, and bring some fun and some camaraderie and just in that whole, international wrestling community, or the IWC as they call it. Just bringing another wrinkle to the pro wrestling experience. So having a name like Kayfabe, the People's Band, a wrestling fan will recognize that right away. And we already got their attention.
The People's Band, is that a reference to, obviously for the people, obviously,
yes, sir.
Give you your name, but towards rock?
Absolutely. So when I was forming this band, I was just taking elements of things I always loved and enjoyed. So things like the People's Band, got that from The Rock. You know what I'm saying? He was the People's Champion. He had the People's Belt. He had the People's Car. The People's Eyebrow. Somebody kicked him in the People's Jews. The People's, all that in there. You know what I'm saying? So, other like backdrops, musical influences. I'm a big Parliament Funkadelic fan. Yeah. And I love me some Morris Day and the Time, So that's where we kind of get our showmanship and our ideas and our backdrop from. Because, one thing I learned from the great George Clinton is that he said, you might get old, but Mickey Mouse will never get old. Bugs Bunny will never get old. So that's why you have all these iterations and characters like Dr. Funkenstein and Sir Nose, Devoid of Funk, Uncle Jam, Mr. Wiggles, all those terms. You'll never forget those characters that he came up with, and that's why he was able to, keep doing what we're doing. So with Kayfabe, we want people to know you can just have a good time and enjoy yourself. You ain't got to take yourself seriously for the moment. We don't take ourselves seriously for the moment. But while we doing that, we ain't playing around on our instruments. You know what I mean? We serious about that,
I like that.
My sun and moon. My sun and stars. He is so intelligent. He knows so much.
My baby mama without the drama. You know what I mean?
He's a historian.
Now, Coco T-Wear. That is what you go by. As Travis mentioned earlier, before the podcast, is that a nod to Coco T-Wear?
Well, I need to let you know that is my Kayfabe daddy. You know what I'm saying? He is Coco B-Way. I'm Coco T-Wear. You know what I'm saying? He's a big inspiration. He's one of my favorites growing up when I was just baby T-Wear. I said one day I'm going to have dreams and aspirations, maybe not being a wrestling star, but maybe I could be a musical star, Get my bass guitar, and I want the world to know that Coco is here, and the whole band, we are here, and we are here to make an impact, on the world. So
Coco actually also is a musician, so that's...
Absolutely, an amazing singer. You know what I'm saying? He was on the WWF album, Cloud Drive. That's right. That's my Kayfabe daddy, now. That's right. Get it together. An amazing singer. Terrific wrestler. One of my favorites growing up.
Now, a little bit about the bands and the music and whatnot. Because I did see. I'm gonna skip ahead because you guys have been making big moves. From what I can read. I can't read that fast.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
Read it all.
Take your time.
Get the facts right.
So
you already messed up not bringing her Royal Chalice. I just want to, reiterate that.
And honestly, since you bring it up, you forgot the Royal Chalice and the red carpet, and I feel like that should be mentioned.
This man, I'm officially making this man a part of our court.
Okay, yeah, you
what is your name, sir?
Get rid of him.
I'm Colin, but I go by TC on stage.
You are Lord Colin.
Thank you so much.
And
his ego just went like.
Lord Colin, I love your shirt. I have that same shirt.
I love it. Thank you so much. Great minds think alike.
Yes.
Cooking up. All right. Now I did see that you guys are casting PBS's startup, which is huge. From what I read. Now it does say that. First of all, how did your band catch their attention?
Oh, PBS. Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that. That actually has more to do with PPW. Back in, April at Retro Slam. Okay, so this was good brother Roger's first time performing with us, all right?
Okay.
Because we have a guitar player, he got sick with his health. Shout out to brother Mike, wherever you are, God bless you. Get well soon. We hope to have you back, man, real soon. So keep on going. So at any rate, good brother Roger came and joined us. He already had to wrestle, he was kicking butt. And then when he was done with the match, he ran to the back and started performing. We did an intermission, you know what I'm saying? We played a couple of live introductions for some wrestlers,
Right.
Jack Kelly, who's a good friend of ours. Shout out to brother Jack Kelly. High Profile Dylan Knight. Yeah, we played them in live, So I believe there was a documentary going on with PPW, so I guess maybe we were kind of implicated in that. Okay. And hey, we didn't know that was going on. We just said we gonna come and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So, here we are. So it looks like we need to look at PBS, and find out what's to that. Because I want to see How did we look? You know, how did we do? Maybe we look good. You never know.
Yeah, because I did see, because I was confused a little bit because it has you as a business and not as entertainment. So I was confused about that a little bit. But then I started thinking about what you guys are getting. Like, obviously, this is for those who don't know. You guys have normal jobs, normal lives, and stuff like that. This is who you are. This is who you guys portray. This is your music. It's a business in a sense. And as like Kiss, David Bowie gave Ziggy Stardust, Slipknot, Ghost, ICP. Like with all that, do you see yourselves as carrying on a torch of blending music and your like the persona?
Well, you see, you know,
showmanship. Sorry.
Well, you see, I tell anybody and everybody, you know, Kayfabe is for real. You know what I'm saying? And I got a catchphrase. You know, Kayfabe is for real and it's forever. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's for the children.
Kayfabe is for the children. You know what I'm saying? So we believe in everything that we say and do when we get on our drums, when we get on the guitars and keyboards and get behind that mic. Because if we don't believe it, nobody else will. And see, that's the beautiful thing about professional wrestling. It makes you feel. It makes you connect. It makes you want to, you know, go and conquer the world. You know. Take your mind off of things that struggle. And I'm just going to give you a quick little backstory. See, when I was just a little young fella, you know, I had some family issues, you know what I'm saying? And it was hard on me, you know. But there was two things that kept me going. You know, going to church, that was number one. And then number two, you know, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Hulk Hogan. You know, WWF. And when I would listen to him cut them promos, it made me believe. It made me want to feel like, oh, I'm in that ring with him. Or I'm in that promo with him. I feel like I can take on Earthquake and Andre the Giant at the same time. Because that's the beautiful thing about professional wrestling. And when you put music with it, it's a beautiful, beautiful, harmonious connection, you know. And so that's how we pretty much get down with it.
Wrestling is still real to us.
Yeah.
It's still real to us.
That's right.
It is, I mean, it is real.
It's still real to me.
It's still real to
That's
me.
right.
But no, I mean, because that takes a lot of work. That's not easy. That's hard. It's because was it Mankind that had his tooth shoved through his nose during the cage
Well, we
match?
don't know. It's actually, it might have went out this way, but it might have went through his nostril cavity and out his mouth.
Either way,
They
it
don't
was not
know.
supposed to happen.
It was graphic. It was wild and graphic.
That's the match most people will show to a non-fan when they say, oh, this is something that's, you know, it's not real and stuff. And the word real is kind of, it's like, when you, like, I've been limping on this leg for a couple days. I had a match on Thursday.
Right.
And everything kind of went like we wanted it to go and stuff.
Yeah.
And your adrenaline's going so much, you get out of the ring, you're still talking to the fans and everything's good and stuff. You get in your car. About an hour later, you're pulling yourself out of this car because your adrenaline's gone.
Right.
And you have these injuries that you didn't realize you even had at the time. So, with as much as I work with the person, you know, that I'm working with, to call it not real kind of negates the fact that, you know, when I go home, I have to kind of, you know, deal with these things that feel very real to me and stuff. So a lot of other wrestlers will get very, very offended when they use that terminology and stuff, and a lot of newer guys understand it. Back in the day, that's what kayfabe was, because, you know, they would go to all kinds of different places. They would have people ride different buses, not be seen together outside of the arena and stuff. There were people trying to put over that they had an injury that would wear fake prosthetic casts or something for weeks, months, years even, you know, because it was that serious. It was the way that they fed the families, you know, and stuff like that. So, yeah, the idea of, you know, kayfabe is it being real and stuff, it's just like, you know, I might not want to absolutely kill my partner. We might, like the person I'm going with, we might want to go home at the end of the day. But at the same time, you tell somebody from Obsidian, you know, like, those strikes, they feel it. I got hit with a drop kick the other day, and I just went, on Thursday. And it was like somebody's like, how'd that feel? I'm like, how did it sound like it felt? That's how it felt.
Some of these so-called local media companies claim to sell you a website and a digital platform. But did you know that when your agreement ends, they own your website and your digital platform? Not with In-House Media. We build and design websites, logos, and radio and TV ads, trademarks, and more. And when we're done, you own all of it. We also provide web hosting, tech support, SEO services, and so much more. When we're done, the site is yours. The trademarks are yours. Don't get your head caught in a corporate cluster. Work with somebody locally right here in Genesee County. Online at inhousemediaofficial.com. In-House Media. We're in the business of building business.
Now, you guys do covers, and you also do original music.
Yes.
Right? Now, is all of so your covers we talked about, like I had mentioned, the ones that I like. What other covers do you do? Like what is your you said, rock and roll, anything, polka and stuff like that.
We do a variety, so let's just say from the rock world, you might get a little Into the Sandman from us, we done a little bit of, I don't want to give in to what we're going to do, later on in a minute, but, we hit a little bit of rock and roll. We can do some, we did some Ain't Nobody during the sound check. That's a little bit of mix of R&B and some rock and roll. And we're going to be working on some more good music real soon. But like R&B, it's really heavy because, we're trying to hit these festivals and these events. So you might hear some Share My Life by Kim. You will hear some Motown, like some My Girl.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah, My Girl.
Temptations.
Yes.
But yeah, because I watched you guys live at Royal Oak.
Taco Fest.
Yeah.
Just recently, yes.
Yep. So, and you guys were busting it, man. You guys were on point. I really enjoyed you guys.
Thank you.
So I love that. Now, your original music, is it just localized? Because I know you like you said, you do the wrestling music, the entrance music.
Yes. Yes.
For wrestlers and stuff like that. Is that the only original music that you guys do?
So far, yes. Okay. As far as the band is concerned, yes. Okay. We have made some wrestling themes for some independent guys here in the great state of Michigan. And shout out to the independent wrestling scene here in the state of Michigan. And we love y'all. We've been to so many independent wrestling shows over the years, and we make friends with some of these guys. They're terrific, even the promoters. So we made some wrestling theme songs, for guys like Jack Kelly. If you ever listen to it, that's us. And let me tell you, the genius, I may have had the vision, but this is the creative genius. She is responsible for a lot of the creativity and the production of our the wrestling theme songs that we created originally. When we did a show called Battle in the Creek a couple years ago, the guy who put it on asked us to make a theme song for him so he could use it in the future. So while I'm on the phone with him, this beautiful bride, this talented woman here, she spent time in about 25-30 minutes writing out the whole song. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple months later, we put the music together. We got over to Dr. D's laboratory, not his house, but his laboratory. And we was doing the thing. We was putting the chemical equations and mixing it up and bottling it up. And before you know it, we had Battle in the Creek. And it was an amazing, amazing song. And so, in addition to that, my beautiful bride, she's created some original stuff herself on the side. You'll see Sweet Denny, so look it up, look it up on YouTube and what's that other SoundCloud,
Apple Music.
Apple Music, yes.
Yes.
So we're starting somewhere with that, and we're slowly but surely getting into that.
And Kayfabe is coming soon to Spotify and Apple. We'll put those theme songs out.
I think there were some songs on
yes.
Spotify. Yeah.
Yes.
I listened to some. I was listening to your songs on YouTube. I believe you, because obviously I had to listen to Jack Kelly's song. Mm-hmm. He's a bit of a diva, not gonna lie. Especially when he's doing karaoke, he's not gonna be happy.
I don't care if he's happy. Excuse me, he's not a diva. He just wants the best.
Okay, well,
I mean, and that's coming from somebody who wants the best.
What would you know about wanting the best, Jeffrey, and providing the best? Where's the chalice?
He is upper echelon. There's a reason why the group is called Upper Echelon.
Yes.
He's an amazing.
If he's upper echelon, he wants the best.
That's right. We can't have you besmirching the good name of a Christian man on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to Brother Jack. We got your back, Brother Jack.
After this, After this, you should go and apologize to him. Personally.
I honestly,
Well,
Does Jack Kelly speak sapioid?
Yeah. Well, he said he didn't want to show up tonight because the Tigers were more important than
and
he Sapios.
Oh, that's right. No. We ain't
I don't want to break down too many fourth walls, but I might have been at the game too.
Yeah.
And I might have been here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
He can be in two places at one time. Don't let
Just say,
John Roger
Jack,
fool you,
say
brother.
he could have been here if we were at the same.
Luckily, you guys didn't bump into each other at the game.
Oh,
That would have been trouble.
We had a handful
Problematic.
of wrestlers in between
Yeah,
us.
that would have been trouble.
One of
Now-
the misfits.
The song, another song that you guys did was for Tank.
Yes. Yes.
T-A-N-K.
Good brother Tank Parker. Shout out to I watched that kid when he was about 13, 14, I think 15 years old. Our first time, me and my sensational bride here, we went to our very first indie show. And it was in Ferndale. And it was the Mr. One Night Only's birthday bash. Okay, shout out to Mr. One Night Only. He was the first guy to book us. Our first paid gig. Shout out to Brother JP Ono. So anyway, they had a section in their show where there was a juniors division, all right? So Lil Tank is going one-on-one with a 24-karat kid. Shout out to the 24-karat kid. He's still out there doing the thing, all right? But we saw those two young kids wrestle, and I couldn't believe it. So over the years, we would keep up, we would talk and, have great rapport and relationship. And so, but last year, we told him, hey, Tank, we're going to work on a theme song for you, man, because we see that the good Lord is blessing you. You are traveling everywhere. He was down in Tennessee doing stuff with the NWA, doing something with the legendary Ricky Morton from the Rocky. Ricky Morton.
Oh, okay. I was like, hey!
You got to get your wrestling together, okay?
He's like Ricky Martin with
The legendary.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit him down for like 24
greatest
hours.
I know music. I don't know wrestling.
Yeah, but the legendary one half of the legendary Rock and Roll Express. He was down there getting training. So yeah, he's one of the guys. And he's been using the music and he's enjoying it. He's thanked us for it. But we got a good loving relationship with young people like that. We want to
Just to
encourage.
add on top of that, I've had a handful of matches with people train PPW, and he's an absolute natural. He was him and Zondo, my buddy Zondo. Shout out to Zondo too. They had one of the world's first autistic tag teams.
Right on.
And, as I have a couple family members myself, to have somebody out there doing that kind of thing, just being able to live their dreams and stuff like that, it's really inspiring.
That's actually why we had Travis on the show.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
My brother's autistic, so I really do. I'm glad that there's a lot more opportunities now than there were back in the 90s.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that was really hard, especially when it was just starting off.
When those two are some of they just have some of the greatest ideas. That Zondo, I've just recently been in the ring, and he's always coming up with these different ideas on how to get into and how to even moves and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the very first time I saw him though, I was scared because I'd never met him and stuff. And we get in the ring and he's like, okay, he doesn't even look at me. He's like, okay, we're gonna do this and that, and I'm like, is this guy that perfect?
Yeah.
But it's just like no,
It's that social.
But once you get in there,
He's got a bum leg.
Yeah.
But,
Zondo, shout out Zondo.
Zondo and Tank, man. I love it.
Now, how do you stay authentic while, doing your covers and how do you make your own?
Well, it's real simple, man. Like I said before, the thing about Kayfabe, baby, is that you got to believe, and you got to make them believe. So when we do this with zeal. We do this with excitement. We do this with showmanship. We do this because we want people to feel good. We want them to have a smile on their face when they leave our space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't just walk up in here haphazardly and just do whatever. You can't just play just to play. That's not how you do it. It's got to mean something to you. You got to believe in what you believe. When I play, we play songs like Real America, or when we play something like, D-Generation Next. We believe in that. You know what I mean? We want people to have fun. We just want people to clear their minds, just open their ears and their hearts, and open up their dance moves if it's necessary, But that's how we keep it real.
Open up their pocketbook.
At the end of the day, yes, sir. There's nothing wrong with that. James Brown said it best. There's a show and there's the business. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna be both. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely.
Now, speaking of doing your own thing and putting your own twist on it and whatnot, I'm going to throw in Cody Rhodes because as you had on the Wiz show, guys were talking about, it was a while back, but in this show, you guys were talking about the TikTok that grew up about you guys doing for your show.
Yeah, the Whip Show. Yeah, so
I'm sorry, Whip.
No, that's okay. It's okay. It's all right. And shout out to good brother Whip, the good friend of ours. He is a part of Kayfabe.
No, I should need to show that.
Great guy. No, it's all right. He's a great guy. No, it's okay. It's okay.
You'll do better next time.
He's doing the thing. So anyway, there was the NFL draft.
Yeah.
And we got called up to perform. And said, oh yeah, absolutely, we're excited. And so, we brought Brother Whip on, to be the hype man, MC extraordinaire that he is. And so, we got that crowd ready. And so when we hit Kingdom, baby, we didn't know what it was going to turn out. But, as the hours rolled along, he said, hey, man, it's not even 11 o'clock and y'all got 6, 7, 8,000. Oh, dude, it's 9 a.m. the next day. You got 15,000, 40,000. So we went viral. I didn't even know that if you got 10,000 views or more, that's going viral. So that was our first viral moment. That's because, again, being unique and different out there in the music world, you got to stand out. You got to do something. Even if people aren't used to it, if you just keep trudging along, people are going to pick up what you're putting down. You know what I mean? So playing Cody Rhodes' theme was very iconic and memorable. Just in case you didn't know, when it comes to that wrestling business, like WWE, AEW, a lot of times with those theme songs, it's very hard for a wrestler to go from one company to the next and have the same song. You know what I mean? So a guy like Cody Rhodes, who not only is talented in the ring, but he's smart in the brain. You know what I mean? Right. Just to let you know, the whole AEW exists because he was one of the 4 or 5 guys who kind of helped brainchild that thing together. So of course.
We don't talk about Stardust.
I love you. Slow down.
You did too much research. You
Protector's fine, but leave Stardust out of it.
Yes.
We're only smoking mirrors here.
I like me some Stardust though, just truth be told. But he
committed to the bit.
Yes,
he really did.
He took that music and brought it over to WWE with him. So that was awesome. But that's very hard to do because you got to get licensing and permission and things of that nature. So and when those wrestlers get into those kind of companies, there's a certain brand or maybe that's a certain vision. Maybe you want to do something different. But in his case, because I guess his work was so iconic and so memorable that had to come along with him. And so to this day, he steps foot in that ring, everybody is singing it. You know what I mean? Right. And so we understood that. And we say, hey, if that's what the people want, that's what the people going to get. And we did it just like that out there. And you should have seen the faces that were shocked. The wrestling fans wearing their football jersey, and they went, wait a minute, that's what they do. And they will stick around, you know what I mean? So we made an impact, man, and we're very proud of that.
Now, I love your energy. I love hearing you talk and stuff like that. But I'm going to call out 2 silent people right here. They ain't said shit. All right? Now, I want to know, because I want to know everybody individually, not just as a man. I want to know what your influences were, where you come from, like where are you from? So I'm gonna call you out first, man, because you're closest to me. I'm calling you out. Yeah. So
it's a big mistake. He's closest to you.
I want to know. Okay. So first of all, where are you from?
I was born in Monroe, Alabama, and I was raised in Detroit. I came from Alabama when I was 3.
Nice.
I've been here. I grew up on the east side of Detroit.
Shout out to the east side.
All right.
East side.
All right. Now, what are your
east side is best.
Well, to be truly honest with you, I'm really a big fan of jazz.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm a big jazz guy.
Okay.
I play everything.
Okay. So, like, as far as, like, you said jazz, like, is there a specific musician that kind of inspired
Several musicians. Buddy.
Don't say Buddy Holly.
No, not Buddy Holly. No, not Buddy Holly. Buddy Rich.
There we go.
Buddy Rich. Dave.
Shout out to the brain.
Dave Wackel.
He's awesome. Yeah, great.
Art Blake. Elvin Jones. Benny Cataluna. Some of those guys.
I'm nodding. I honestly don't know them.
Yeah,
but, I love that you know them.
Yeah,
jazz drummers.
Yeah, they just changed. Almost technical.
Yeah. Well, you have to because, I mean, that's the rhythm. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I respect
We do music.
Yeah, I messed up Buddy Rich's name. That's what I did. But he was one of my favorites.
Okay.
Definitely.
No, I love that. Thank you for talking. Thank you for sharing. All right, brother. You're next.
Yeah. So I grew
Yeah.
I grew up in a musical family, so you know, my mom, she was a choir director in church. My dad, he did a lot of singing in church.
Okay.
He did stuff with, you know, some Motown artists.
No.
He's a artist himself.
All right. Who?
So,
Who?
he did some work with the Temptations back in the day, and also he sung with he also sung with a band called Rare Essence. So they had this single back it was in the 70s. It was pretty popular back then. It's called Disco Fever. You can probably look it up on Apple Music or iTunes or something like that. So his name is David Simpson.
I thought you were going to say Rare.
So yeah.
All right.
Now, so my family was just musical. I had a brother who was into like music production. We had a studio in the basement, and I was always interested in just the music stuff. So ever since I was a kid, you know, I kind of picked up from them, learned how to play keys, started playing in church. You know, as a young teenager, I started playing with a group called Detroit Emeralds, who was they were like a spinoff from the Flaming Emeralds.
Okay.
So I played with a few artists and produced for some people, but yeah, that's a little bit about my background. But now, you know, I'm working with the Kayfabe Ppls Band. I'm born and raised in Detroit.
Right on.
Yep.
All right, now you.
Me?
Yeah, token white guy. What do you got?
Wait, hold on. You need to clarify something real quick here, Brother Jeff. You know what they say about Jeff that's not right?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry,
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you guys, after tonight's show, there's going to be some serious rewrites.
That's all right. It's a learning.
When I found that
moment.
out,
We are always learning and always teaching.
yeah, when I found that out, we got a group of PPW called Obsidian, and I applied for them. So my paperwork's in. Shout out to Ray Adams. You know, help me out with that. But,
You struck me as somebody that was kind of oozy. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go.
You know, I don't know if I like him so much because I've been assaulted by him so many times. But another one that I respect. You have to, or they'll get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they threw him into a garbage can for crying out loud.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, Obsidian, they the homies, but I had to tell them.
Did break that garbage can.
Yeah, I had to tell them, don't break our arms. You know, we need
Thanks,
them.
John. Thanks, Phoenix. You guys ruled. But yeah, no, I've been playing guitar. I started on bass when I was a teenager, and after a couple of years, we had a better bass player we found, and so I switched to rhythm guitar, and I've just playing guitar probably the past 20-some years, and then I'm also in an original band called Lori and the Darlings.
Shout out to Lori and the Darlings.
Lori is a Janis Joplin loving Fleetwood Mac.
I love James.
She comes to us with these 4-chord acoustic songs with her vocals totally shelled out, and my job is to just add. Cause I love all the pop music.
Yeah.
Like I realize, like I don't like just like some genres. I like the top. Like I like country, blues. You know, I don't know any jazz. You know, that's the only one I have no idea.
You don't know any Louis Rich?
I don't even. I can't. I'm not
Buddy
smart
Rich?
enough.
Buddy Rich?
Yeah.
Come on.
But I play with them, and then I started wrestling. What happened was Lori and the Darlings, we were going to do a music video with Pure Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
And the schedules just kind of fell through, but I started training for the music video, and then I just went, I'm just going to have one match. Everyone just wants to have one match. Once you get to that point where you have that one match, it's just like, you can't stop. And so I've just been doing that as much as I can, playing music as much as I can, and just trying to get out there as much as I can, get my silly face on.
I know. I actually have your picture of your face. So.
Yeah, I have stickers too if you guys need it.
Hey, where are you from?
Originally from a little town called Taos City, Michigan, but Darling Roger is out of Nashville, Tennessee, where I lived for many years. I was talking to somebody, an announcer that likes to help out a lot. He's like, look at this card. Everybody on this wrestling card, this guy's from Detroit, this guy's from Detroit, this guy's from Detroit. I know you're from Detroit, but you need to stand out a little bit. So I'm like, Darling Roger's from Nashville, because that's Nashville. I'm a musician, all that kind of stuff. A lot of times you'll find with wrestlers the easiest way for for them to get into what they're doing is to just take what they are and turn the volume up a little. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, all these guys, they took what they were and they just turned it up a little. They go to 11. You know, they think that you take 10 and that would be the loudest, but no. You want to turn it up? They go to 11.
Go turn it up to 11.
They go to 11.
Yeah, no. So no. Okay, so I didn't know. I didn't know how.
See, so we got the spine there. I told you. I
didn't know how this was gonna go because I'm unfamiliar with this. Okay. And Colin was telling me about the personalities of wrestlers and stuff that they take what essentially they are and just cranking it up, train with it. It's like I can understand that. I try to think myself as a successful host, so I can understand that.
Well, I played in a metal band in Nashville, which was ironic. It's like the last two combinations, but I'm a huge Pantera fan, and the thing with it is just like you want your audience to feel like they are like you know, and so I would drink on stage, do a lot of that
Hardy Boys
partying and stuff like that. But yeah, you just
the Hardy Boys?
you're just trying to like take those things and like, amplify them,
Right.
you know, for the audience. So it's really just kind of connecting with them.
I like that.
He's always in wrestling. He's also got his wrist.
Oh yeah.
Are you the only one that wrestles out of?
Everybody's
a wrestling fan, right?
So far, I'm the only one kind of out there doing it right now.
Them?
Oh, well, definitely.
Just have like a beat down in the middle of the session.
He wears the muscle, you know?
Yeah.
And the Khaleesi's the intimidation.
Jeff said that the chops look fake, and he was wondering if you could hit him with
I don't know.
one.
Check out my chest. This is from a chop. I used to have freckles.
Oh, wow.
I chopped them right off. You know?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's the only part.
Did you get hit by Godzilla?
That's the only part where he's actually
You
like
guys, if anyone wants to say chops are fake, you know.
Jeff said that looks like makeup. He wants one. He wants one full.
No,
face.
Jeff does not.
I can show you how real
Jeff
it
does
is.
not.
There's a technique to that.
I don't want to see no technique.
The
All right.
technique is you hit them as hard as you
The technique for the guy getting
There's
hit
a
is
lot
to
of
stand
things
there
where
and get
there's
hit.
technique, and you learn that the chops, it's like, if
There been
you want to look
people
real,
It's real.
Instead of actually forwarding.
the amount of times, you know, and you get used. Like, you know, we're out there, we're trying to put on a good show. Once in a while, get a bloody lip, but you know, if you go home sore, but not
I want to
richer,
see you put Jeff
that's
through this
the goal.
table.
I know. We
This
can
is money.
Okay.
David paid good money for
We'll
this
get you a new
thing.
table.
No,
It'll be worth the video.
All right, now the time we've been waiting for. Before we get to the king, I want to talk to Queen. I want to know about you. Can
Make
you
it up for that.
I know. I got to do something. I'm kissing ass right now. Now, can you tell me where you're from? What your musical inspirations are?
Well, I hail from Detroit.
Yeah, from Detroit.
Yes, I'm born and raised in Detroit. And my musical influences, growing up, I didn't have any musicians or anybody who could sing in my family. But I grew up with a bunch of people who appreciated music.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of Stevie Wonder, Al Jarreau. I also listened to rock. We listened to so many different things. My family just listened to different types of music.
Yeah.
And at our house, we listened to jazz, we listened to rock and roll, we listened to... my mom paid for us, before she passed a couple of years ago, she paid for us to go see Guns N' Roses.
Right.
And told me to record November Rain when they play it. So...
My sister's favorite one, too. Yeah. She was born in November.
I know.
Yeah.
No hate to Guns N' Roses. What? Is it Guns N' Roses? Yeah, it's got
Guns N' Roses. Come on now. We all know Guns N' Roses, brother Jeff. Come on now.
Trust me,
Hanging on by a
you already
thread.
have beef with Jelly Roll, so I don't know if
Tell us what you think, Jeff. Tell us what you think. It doesn't matter what you think.
Amazing. We still love you, good brother Jeff. But go ahead.
Please tell us.
Best line of the night.
So Guns N' Roses, I love Guns N' Roses music and stuff like that, but to me, it sounds every once in a while, it sounds a lot like cats singing.
That is
You love that music.
very offensive. Come on now.
Why?
I mean, he can't help that his voice sound. It's distinct. It's unique.
Yes, you have to have a certain voice.
Two chops for
To
that
stand
one.
out.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He's skating on thin ice.
Yes.
I'm telling you, he's a
no,
liability at
I
this
said
point.
two chops.
I do like this. I like singing. I can't think of it now. She's got a smile that sees me.
Sweet Child.
Sweet Child.
Yeah, that's a great one.
It's
Yeah.
actually really good.
I do use that Guns N' Roses. But no, so from Detroit, and you have introduced one.
Yes. And then I played violin starting in 3rd grade. Also was part of the Glee Club. So I sang and I played.
That show was good.
I know.
Yeah, I loved you on that show. It's great.
So I did a lot of singing and playing all the way, up until now. So I've been playing my violin since 3rd grade. I've been singing since then, and it's just continuing this musical legacy with my beloved.
How long you guys been married?
Come this August, good brother Jeff, it'll be 17 years, baby.
17 years.
17.
You guys need a medal. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hey, let me tell you though, it goes a little deeper than that.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you. Let the black man show you something real quick. I want you to look at my screensaver, brother. Hold on.
Is it okay for us to see?
Oh yeah. Check it out. Check it out. How old do you think we were?
That looks like that was from the 70s, my man.
Definitely not
70s. Oh, you are funny.
3 chops.
Yes, we are 80s babies.
If I had $1 for every time this putz got us into some hot water with a band,
we are 80s
I could
babies.
afford a better
For the
co-host.
record, but that was 8th grade, baby. 8th grade. Shout out to Nolan Middle School. Shout out to the east side of Detroit.
The year?
1995, baby.
Okay, now I'm not good at math. Okay.
So that's 30 years.
Yeah. 30 years.
What are you good at?
I am not much.
It's all right. It's all right.
30 years.
But we fell for each other. Okay, so let me tell you how it happened.
The whole time you guys been together?
Yes.
Wow.
So now to be fair, we had like 2 breakups in that time, but
we were on a break.
That's okay. Yeah,
It was just for the storyline.
Yeah.
Storyline because Kayfabe is real. Once in high school, once in college, and then after college, we were inseparable after that. But the way that happened was, our 8th grade prom was coming up.
Yeah.
I had a date at first.
Oh.
But then that didn't happen. That
You
was
love
okay.
telling this story.
She didn't have a date.
I bet she kicked herself right now.
So no. She I tell the story all the time because it's a beautiful love story. Now we were in a gospel choir. Okay. One of our friends' big sisters would come to the school twice a week after school, and we would have gospel choir rehearsal. So that's how we kind of got acquainted.
Okay.
So at any rate,
So how'd you know
she approached me. She actually approached me and said, "Hey, will you take me to the prom?" I said, "Sure, I'll take you to the prom." And so from that point on, we got the arrangements together. I got my dad. He was our chauffeur, our chaperone, and we just hit it off.
I'm just saying, royalty has to ask for what they want, and they have to get
She
it.
has the initial.
And she won. She won me over. And so from that night, we fell for each other. And, it was puppy love. And then it turned into real love ever since. And so, I wouldn't have it any other way, And the fact that she was an amazing singer, too, it just added, to the beauty of this thing. And I'm very grateful. I'm thankful to God that this wonderful woman is in my life, man. I couldn't have scripted it any better.
Guys, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Let's give them
Sounds like it's been all red carpets and chalices up until tonight.
All right. Now, you said you went. Yeah. Go get it. No. So when you guys said you guys went to college, what did you guys go to college for? Like, was it the same thing?
Well, see, when we went to broke off to high school, I went to Wayne State University. She went to Eastern Michigan. She had a scholarship. She was doing orchestra for a minute, and then she music education. Excuse me. Then she made her way back home to Detroit. Made her way back to Wayne State, and then we reconnected. And so originally my major was political science.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh.
But that didn't quite come together, and that was okay.
But he would have been a perfect lawyer because he knows how to talk.
It's good to have that.
He has the gift of gab.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So now, so I'm guessing that you guys, since you guys grew up around here, you guys all hail from Detroit as well.
Yes, born and raised on the east side of Detroit. Good brother Jeff. Shout out to the east side. East 7 Mile raised me, baby. From 7 in Woodward to 7 in Van Dyke. You know what I'm saying? That's where the real ones come from. You know what I mean? And so my musical influences are, first, because just like Dr. D, I come from a very musical family too. My dad is an amazing singer. He plays the flute, okay? If you saw one of our YouTube videos, we did the Madison Heights Juneteenth Festival last year, and I had my dad come to town all the way from Viva Las Vegas.
You know, I did see when I was watching the video of you guys live. I want to say it was the Royal Oak one. I seen there was another lady on the stage.
Oh yeah. So to clear it up, because this is not the entire band, and I was hoping we could get to that point. It's not your fault. It's okay.
We can scoot over.
The whole band.
Right. Well, hey, you mean no, it's okay because
that happens.
These are great friends of Kayfabe.
Yeah.
They are a mother-daughter duo.
Okay.
They call themselves Karaoke Crush. Shout out to Karaoke Crush. Y'all look them up. Y'all book them up for your next birthday party and event. If you need a karaoke DJ, they are the absolute best.
Karaoke Crush.
Karaoke. The mama's name is Sunny Day, and the daughter's name is DJ Woo. And when you put them two together, Karaoke Crush is the name. They are the flavor of the year, and they will give you a great time. And they're phenomenal singers.
And good hype women.
Yes, absolutely. Great pizzazz and Riz, you know what I'm saying? Phenomenal, great people. So they had an event today, so they probably would have been up here with us, but they got shows and got bookings too, so God bless y'all. We love y'all. They're a great addition to the band, great friends of Kayfabe, the People's Band. But anyway, going back to my musical influences, I come from a very musical family. Like I said, my father's a singer. My grandma, my late grandma, my dad's mama, she was an amazing singer. She was about 4'11", but full of heaven, and she could sing her tail off. She helped cultivate, bands and singers, and she was really good at that. And so I got cousins and uncles that are musicians and singers and preachers and all. And so, one of my main influences on bass guitar is a cousin of mine. His name is Calvin Lindsay. Shout out to you, big cuz. I love you. One of my favorite people in the world. But I got other favorite bassists like Victor Wooten, who's an amazing musician. Abraham Laborio. Fred Hammond in the gospel music world. If you know anything about Fred Hammond, that is an amazing bassist. Of course, Jaco Pastorius. I enjoy all of that. Bootsy Collins. I mean, how do you not like Brother Bootsy Collins? You know what I mean? He's one of those people that inspire me to do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Tom loves it.
Yes.
Tom does.
I do, actually, Jeff.
Yeah.
Can you
a
name
man
a
of
song?
great taste.
Can I name a song?
On to the next question, right?
No, I honestly, I don't listen, but I'm glad that especially our viewers that they can connect with that. That's great.
Yes.
No, honestly, that's one of my favorite parts about this show is that everybody that comes on, every time somebody names somebody that I have yet to have heard of or I've yet to know that I know who it is. Because odds are you do know a lot of these musicians. You just don't know that that's who it is.
And keep in mind, Bootsy Collins originally used to be with James Brown. When James Brown had to form a new band, he pulled Bootsy Collins, Bootsy's brothers Catfish, and other members. And so he had a small band for the moment, and then eventually Brother Bootsy left and joined Parliament Funkadelic. He actually helped Parliament Funkadelic refine their sound and their style about the one. The one is about the groove, so when you're playing 1, 2, 3, 1. Because James Brown was an amazing, and people need to understand the greatness of James Brown. His impact in the music world is still felt to this day.
Absolutely.
And guys like Bootsy, who are still like one of the students and disciples of that, he's still carrying that on to this day. So yeah, look him up if you've never listened to a Bootsy Collins song. I mean, the man is amazing.
Now, I have heard of James Brown.
Yes, sir.
I love James. I absolutely love James Brown.
I know we're kind of running short on time here.
Yeah.
There was one thing that I definitely wanted to get out there. I wanted to ask each of you individually, whichever way you guys want to start, but what is your favorite wrestling theme song? And then if it's different, who's your favorite wrestler? Because obviously you could love a theme song, but not like the wrestler, vice versa. So, where are we going to start?
You want me to start?
Yep, start it right here.
Shawn Michaels, greatest wrestler of all time. Ric Flair said it, and everyone thinks Ric Flair is the greatest of all time. So how are you going to argue with Ric Flair?
Yeah, theme song though, right?
Yeah, theme song too. Probably one of my favorite theme songs. What I wanted to say about what's really cool about music and wrestling is there's a lot of times where people who don't start out, I started as a wrestling fan, and all those old themes like Shawn Michaels and DX and The Rock and Stone Cold, I'd sit there with my bass guitar and I would just learn the melodies from those things. So music came, my love of music came in part from a lot of these old wrestling themes, but the Shawn Michaels theme is probably one of the best because he sings it himself too. It started out, I think it was Sherry Martelli.
Well, originally it was Good Sister Sherry that did the song, and then when they wanted to update it, they had Sean do it. And that's the one that everybody remembers for the most part.
So with Sean,
we're gonna learn that, by the way.
Singing his own music.
Beautiful, real simple.
Chris Jericho too. He's in a band called Fozzy. He has his own theme music. My theme music is from my band.
Like Judas? Yes, hell yeah.
Nashville.
Yes.
I feel like those are inspirations for me and that too. So.
Razor Ramon is one of my favorite
Chico.
wrestlers.
The bad guy.
Razor Ramon and Macho Man Randy Savage are one of my favorites too.
Well, Macho Man, he had a rap album in 2003.
Yeah,
Be a man. Yeah, I remember that. When they fell out and was beefing real hard.
Yeah. But theme song, NWO, New World Order, that was one of my favorite groups from WCW. New World Order takeover.
So mine, he's my favorite wrestler still to this day. And it's still my favorite song, Real American by Hulk Hogan, baby. Now, he wasn't the first to have that song. It was the U.S. Express. Mike Rotundo, Barry Windham. Way back when, you know what I'm saying? But they gave it to Hogan, and it was, just iconic ever since. I don't know people, give Hogan some guff and fluff and problems, for controversy for one reason or another. But hey, I just focus on the positive side of things, It's one of my favorite theme songs ever. So that's me.
My favorite wrestler is Stone Cold. Just attitude, just everything. And then that era where he was kind of funny and he would go do things to mess up. What's his name? Kurt Angle. Oh my gosh. And when he was beefing with Booker T. Those are my I love Booker T too. But Stone Cold is my favorite, and my favorite theme song, I have to say NWO, especially that one part like the guitar part, like the guitar part on NWO. Yes. So yeah.
I got a couple of them. I got Junkyard Dog.
Oh, another one Foxy does. Yes, sir.
Oh yes.
And that's probably my favorite theme song right there. And also Macho Man Randy Savage. I just love his character.
Yeah.
And I was also a huge fan of Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
That energy. It's like the total opposite me. I'm opposite from me. I'm so laid back, but I like Ultimate Warrior. So
yeah.
Awesome. All right, Trav.
To be honest, Sting was probably one of my favorite wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's retired now, but we'll see how long he stays retired because I don't know. Right. I would say it's not like an original song for a theme, but most like local personality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a dip.
Yeah, when he made his comeback and you heard that first guitar lick after he got booted out, and the crowd lost it.
Well, it's one of those things talking about when you switch back and forth. Sometimes a wrestler will go to another big company, and the very first thing that you see or hear is going to be the Titantron and their music. And if you can use the same music immediately, if you're a wrestling fan, you go, that's CM Punk, that's Edge. Edge did the same thing. He had the Alter Bridge song, and then when he went to AEW, he was able to use it. So
the Rated R Superstar.
It's probably my second favorite song.
Yeah.
Shout out. Oh, and by the way, we don't learn cult of personality.
Oh, yeah.
One of these days, we got to do that.
Yep, absolutely.
But people need to understand that is a very complicated song to learn. It's a simple pattern, but it's very, very. You got to be very skilled with that.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna learn cult of personality.
Yeah, you can't underestimate it.
All right, so I'm gonna have you do yours, and then I'll do mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we saved the best for last. Wrestlers, honestly, I could sit here all day and name off a bunch, but Kurt Angle, honestly, all-around performer, committed to the bit, somebody that he wasn't trying to be a professional wrestler when he started out, being in the collegiate circuit, but he came in, he did exactly what he needed to do, and 5-star matches, across the board, TNA, WWE, whatever company. And then theme and wrestler, obviously Jeff Hardy, Hardy Boys, however you want to put them. You hear that the bass, the kick drum hit, and it's like you took a hit of something, you're ready to party. And so is he.
I'm right.
And so is
his hands around.
No, I like those. Mine's kind of simple, obviously. I do love Eddie Guerrero. You know, R.I.P. But it's just his interest was just immaculate. I loved it. He'd have a beautiful car every time he came out.
Yeah.
I also liked The Undertaker. He's just a classic. He probably, I mean, that's a lot of people's favorites probably, but I love him. Always liked him. And then my favorite song, please don't laugh at me, theme song, or entrance song, only because I had the entire CD when it came out, and it just got stuck in my head. But it's that intro. It's like,
we understand that. We won't hold that against you. What's that? The John Cena subject?
Yes, I came up with that. John Cena.
Before, honestly, no lie, y'all, no cap, as the kids say. She was saying that before it was cool, before it was even a chant. I remember it vividly like it was yesterday. But anyway, you know.
Honorable mention, Scotty 2 Hottie's theme song.
Yes.
Guaranteed to get the party started.
Turn it up. Oh, turn it up.
Banging it.
I like the other one with Rikishi.
Yeah,
I love that one.
That one's hard too.
All right, well, I appreciate you guys coming on the show. I'm really excited to hear you guys play because, as you guys already know, I already dig your guys' music, but I've never got to experience it live. So I'm really excited. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Huh? I can't dig it.
Sucker. That's right.
All right. And also, once again, thank you to Castle Monroe for having us here. Thank you to David Anderson. Thank you for Rusty for doing the sound. And thank you to Doug for setting everything up for us. So thank you very much. Let's get this thing started.
Yeah. Ready.